As long as the NBA has been around, there have been many debates and conversational topics, but none of them have ever got as heated or as noisy as the GOAT debate. Honestly, I get why there are conversations about it. Of course, I've been in a couple of these arguments, but the more I think about it, the more I feel that these conversations aren't that important to have as NBA fans. For one, when people talk about the greatest of all time, they usually forget that there are different eras of the NBA. While some of y'all might think something like what era you play shouldn't really matter, I have a few examples to show you what I mean. Let's take Trae Young, who is fundamentally a good passer, but by no means is he the best passer of all time, but he holds his own. Now let's look at Magic Johnson, who is widely considered to be the greatest passer or playmaker of all time. But on the surface, Trae Young has arguably a cooler highlight reel with passes. But the reason why is because Magic was limited to the rules of the game he was playing back then. Obviously, if he were in the NBA today, he would be able to do the crazy passes that you see all the time, but it was against the rules back then. Another example is the three-point line. Many teams did not want to use or maximize the long ball because it didn't look worth it way back then. But ever since Steph Curry brought the three-point revolution, every team tries to make the three-pointer as efficient as possible. While there were some three-point shooters back then like Reggie Miller, people like him could never unlock their true potential without the focal point of shooting behind the arc regularly. Another point I have is everyone has a different idea of what it means to be the best. If everyone has a different idea of statistics and stories that make a player the best of all time, then how can we have an honest, leveled conversation about it? Finally, my last point is at the end of the day, why should anything be taken away from any player just because of 4 words? As an example, it never made sense to me why NBA fans and LeBron fans always had to duke it out in every situation when they're both impeccable players in their own right. Thank you for your support and have a great rest of your day.